Hello and welcome to another episode of RHOX Garage Crash Course. I'm your host Dan, and on today's episode we're going to go over how to install our Signature Series bushing kit on our BMF family of lift kits. Today we're going to show that to you using our Lift 507, which is the BMF lift kit for the E-Z-GO RXV. In order to perform this installation, you're going to need a dead blow hammer or a mallet of some sort, an old socket, a large bolt, or either a pry tool to remove any sleeves that you have in your old bushings. And after that, you're going to need a 3/4 wrench and socket. Now the first step in this process is to remove the old bushings. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my front assembly of my lift kit, I'm going to prop it up on some wood blocks to give me some space to knock those center sleeves out. The preferred method to remove the center sleeve is to take a large bolt, line it up with that center sleeve, and punch it out. And once you get that center sleeve out from one of the bushings, you can go ahead and pry that bushing out. And it should pop right out. And then once you've removed one side, you can continue to drive that sleeve through, and then it'll pop all the way out the side. Then we can remove the bushing the same way. Now that our old bushings are out, we can go ahead and install our new Signature Series bushings. So what I like to do is I like to take the sleeve and put it in one of the bushings and push it up through the hole. Then you take your other bushing and press it down from the top side. And now we're just going to repeat the process on the other side. Now that your outer bushings are installed, we're going to go ahead and install our inner bushings. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to remove the A-arm from that front assembly. Now that our A-arm is removed from our front assembly, we're going to go ahead and remove this inner bushing. So again, we're going to prop it up on a piece of wood just to get that started. And I'm going to use my large punch tool to knock this out. Now this is going to take a little bit of persuasion. The inner sleeve is removed from one half of the bushing. We can go ahead and pry that bushing out. Now from this point, you're just going to continue to remove that inner sleeve until it's all the way out. Now that your old bushing and sleeve is removed, we can go ahead and install our new sleeve and bushings. First thing we're going to do is we're going to install our bushings, and then we'll install the sleeve. And then once that's done, we can reinstall it on our front assembly. And now we're going to repeat that same process on the other side. Now that you've installed your sleeves and your bushings, and you've tightened down your two bolts that hold your A-arms onto the front assembly, that'll complete the installation of our Signature Series bushing kit, part number LIFT-507B. Thanks for watching this episode of Crash Course, and I'll see you next time.